Hello, Krista's Chalking Crew. This is Krista Mahon from Cincinnati, Ohio, independent designer with Couture. Today we are going to ink a coffee mug with our A size transfer. It just came out, it was retired and then it came back out on the vault release. This is an A size. I don't do mornings. When we cut this up, it'll be 4 different transfers. So we're going to start there. So we have a Sharpie and we always mark the packaging so we know what transfers go in the packaging. Okay, if you forget to mark it, it's okay because it's right here as well. I don't do mornings. I always just like it on here so I know which transfer goes in what. The transfers are reusable. 8 to 12 times is average. You can get more than that in most occasions if you take care of your transfers. What I mean by take care of is to wash them right away. Don't let them soak in the water, and you put them back on the transfer vacuum when they're dry. We're going to go ahead and cut along the line. These are our transfer trimmers. They are left and righty, so you can do either or. They're very sharp, long for these transfers, and they don't rust. So very amazing. Love them. We're going to cut all 4 of these up on the transfer marking lines. Okay, then we get our Sharpie as well, and this is to mark the front and the back so you can line them up. And then we always mark what it is, so I don't do mornings. Okay, and then here's our little rooster. So we're gonna mark front and back. Okay, it's gonna be rise and shine. Another reason why we mark them is when we dry, we're gonna dry sticky side up. So if your Sharpie's facing us when you're drying, that's the wrong way. So you wanna make sure you never can see the Sharpie when you're drying, okay? And if you do dry sticky side down, it can stick to what you're drying on. I use paper towels, so I don't want my transfers obviously to sticking to my paper towels. So we have all our pieces marked. I'm not going to use the rooster. I don't know about that one yet, but I know I'm going to use Rise and Shine, and I think Good Morning. I think I'm going to leave this for a different project. So we're just going to set those aside. We have a fuzzing towel here. This helps pick up a little bit of lint so it doesn't stick to our surface so well that it won't come off. So we just peel these off, and we're just going to fuzz them on our fuzzing cloth. Okay, so it is harder to ink or chalk a round surface for that matter, but this is going to be the permanent ink, and so what happens is it becomes permanent when it's heat set. So this will go in the oven. It's a ceramic porcelain. This will go in the oven on 350 degrees for 25 minutes. So once we're done with the ink, I'll let it dry overnight, then I'll put it in the oven, and like I said, 350 for 25 minutes, and then it can be hand washed. It's permanent. You can spray water on it, you can wipe it off, it won't come off. Okay, it is harder to do a round surface, so what I like to do is I like to get an extra towel or 2 and like prop it up, and you might have to do both sides. So I'm just going to do that as well. And how you know we're using ink is the white lid, and it says ink on it. If you're using a black lid, that's the chalkable washable paste. So this is white water soluble. This is the permanent ink. So white versus black lids. Okay, so on this side of the mug, I think I'm going to do Good Morning. Okay, so we're going to make sure this is centered. And then we're going to push our transfer down so there's no bubbles. You can also take the straight edge of your squeegee and push it down and getting the air bubbles out if you have any. Okay, so we're going to use, I always open my ink or paste off screen so it doesn't drop on my project, any of the things around the edge. Stir sticks, they're plastic, amazing, reusable. If you don't have stir sticks, just use something plastic or metal. Do not use wood. Everyone thinks popsicle sticks. The wood can cause the paste or the ink to dry out. So we want to make sure that we use plastic or metal. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So we're gonna dip the squeegee, the slanted side, in our ink. It doesn't take much. It's pretty thin. I always start from the top, and I'm going to just dab it on like this and then pull straight down. When you're doing porcelain or glass, mirrors, etc., I try not to go over it too many times. Just try to pull it down, go one direction, and don't go over it too many times. If you do, it can cause some seepage. So I just try to hit it a few times, make sure my lines are out, make sure everything's covered, and we're gonna pull it off. Okay, when you pull off, you can peel from the edge, but you always wanna go left to right or up and down so you do not stretch out the transfer. So there it is. So what we will do is we will blow dry this so I can do the other side. It does ink does take a little while to dry. The paste dries pretty quickly, but ink takes a while. So we're gonna heat it up and then turn it over so we can chalk the other side, or ink the other side. Go ahead and wash the transfers, like I said, in the pail water. Then you wanna wipe it down with a Clorox wipe or Lysol wipe. You can also use our board erasers. They come in a pack of 2. That can also help clean the transfers and dry sticky side up. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and use our heat gun to dry this up a little bit so we can do the other side. Oh, if I had it plugged in, right? Oh, please. There we go. This is just going to help it dry a little bit so we don't have to worry about it coming off on when we turn the mug. But like I said, it won't be permanent until it's heat set in the oven, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get our rise. Actually, I'm probably gonna hold this just to be safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this lined up off screen. Hold on one second. And make sure my handle is in the right spot, and then I will hold it while I ink it. And I always wanna push from the middle out. If you do have an air bubble, just work it out. I think that looks, might be off a little bit. Look like it was a little crooked. I do love this mug. Kind of old-fashioned-y. And then look on the handle, it says blessed. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna push. And then we're gonna take our flat side of our squeegee. And if there is any air bubbles, hopefully they would come out. I'm gonna hold it like this as I ink. That's still probably a little tacky, so I don't want to put it down. I have enough on my squeegee that I don't need to dip it again. It doesn't take much. So we'll just go top to bottom. Make sure we have everything covered. You should always want to be able to read. You can put it on thick, but then when you get the excess off, you want to make sure you're able to read or see your design that you're actually inking or chalking. Okay, so peel from the corner and then go left to right. How cute is that? So rise and shine on one side and good morning on the other. And like I said, this will be ink, heat set in oven for 350 degrees for 25 minutes. So you can heat set and use ink on wood. It just takes a longer time to dry. You can't put that in the oven. You can use porcelain, that can go in the oven. You can do glass. You can do mirrors. As long as there's something that obviously cannot burn up in the oven, you can do it. So metal. If it has like a hanger, just remove the hanger. If it's if you want to ink on something fabric, that's heat set as well. So it would be permanent and you can wash it. That would be heat set on 350 degrees on a heat press for 30 seconds. Or you can use an iron. An iron might take a little bit longer. I love my little Cricut heat press. Nice and easy. Set your degree, set your 30 seconds, your timer, and easy peasy. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this one more time. All our squeegees, they are reusable. They go in the water. You wash them, reusable. Okay, so good morning and rise and shine. This was on the vault release transfer called I Don't Do Mornings. It also came with a rooster and then the I Don't Do Mornings. So A size transfer and rise and shine and good morning. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.